Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. 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 So this is the document of bridge code. Please let me know if there is any problem in seeing the screen or anything else. So we were basically told to focus on the curricular goals and competencies. The activities in the bridge course are aligned with the NCF 2023, National Curricular Framework 2023. So I will explain the activity and I'll try to focus more or less on the curricular goals and the competency. So activity one here. I think somebody's microphone is on. It's creating a little bit of disturbance. Yeah, thank you. Activity one, as you can see here, is the comprehension, the regular comprehension, but we have tried to make it a little bit different so that the children find it a little bit more interesting. Curricular goals involved here are CG1. Now, CG1 develops independent reading, comprehension, and summarizing skills by engaging in variety of stories, poems, extracts, essays, articles, etc. Learners show interest in reading books. So that is what we are aiming at. So under that, we have C competency 1.1. Learner will apply varied comprehension strategies, inferring, predicting to understand different text. We also have competency 1.2. Learner identifies the main points, summarizes after careful reading of the text, and responds coherently to the questions which are asked. So these are the outcomes that are expected, that the child is able to understand the passage when he reads it. It is also multidisciplinary. So we are trying to talk about the environment as well in the passage which is given. So it doesn't cater only to language, but also to the environment as well. Now, the learners will read and understand the story through individual reading and will try to answer the set that is given below. Now, the passage given here is the Green Gardens. If you go through the passage, you'll realize that it is a story about a small village with a lot of green, lush forest. But then suddenly they realize that a certain factory is trying to cut down the trees in the area, and which is eventually many things are choking the streams and the pollution is spreading at a faster pace. Okay, so under that we have questions which are regular, which are very easy and interesting for the kids. uh, the regular questions that we have in English, the stem is given and they have to choose the correct answer. The kids notice dash. Okay, the kids notice that the correct answer here will be the plastic waste choking the village. Since we have not gone through the passage, I'm trying to give the answer. Uh, there is another kind of question which is a little bit different than what we have in English. Unjumble the given word and the opposite is given there. So from the passage, the kids have to look for a word that is similar, opposite to distributed. Okay, and the jumbled word is given which they have to unjumble. Can any teacher guess the answer for this? It's very easy.
Collected.
Yes, yes,
Collected.
yes, very much.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
another one, unjumble the word which is given, which is similar in meaning to blocking. So
Choking.
can you tell me what it is?
Choking.
Choking.
Choking. Yes, yes, it is
Choking.
choking. The fifth question here is see in according to NEP, we are not supposed to we are not supposed to um, give direct questions to the children, like the question answers which are actually found in the text. So this question is creativity based, where the child is the child is being forced to think for himself. Why did the children from the green school decide to take action against the pollution? Now, this answer they'll not find in the passage, but they have to use their creativity and answer. Okay, so that is the first activity. Now we have to remember there is no need to have any written record of the assessment that you're taking for the various activities. It is only for the children to come forward and express themselves so that they can find the opportunity, the easier way to come forward and give the answers to the various questions. No one is going to judge them for any wrong answers. So, assessment is not written, but rather it has to be based on their ability, how they're comprehending the passage, and how they are answering. Okay, teachers?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So we give them a lot of scope to speak in the class because usually the children who are not very confident enough avoid speaking in the class in regards with the subject. So that opportunity we try to create for the students through this bridge course. The next activity that we have is the word chain game. Now, this will test their writing and speaking abilities. The curricular goals that are dealt with here are CG5, which is learner will develop the ability to recognize basic linguistic aspects, word and sentence structure, and use them in oral and written expression. So they'll learn to express themselves in speaking as well as writing. The competency 5.1, which uses child uses appropriate grammar structure in their writing. Now, in this game, the instructions are given here. There'll be a word set, and the child has to continue the chain of words. All the children together, one after the other, they will continue the chain of the words, but they're going to use the last alphabet with the same sound what it is ending with. Okay, so if you look at the examples, now they are very light and easy games which can easily be conducted in the classes. I know the classes are going to be quite noisy with these, but finally, we want the children to open up, we want them to speak. So it depends upon every teacher how they want to handle this. So, for an example, if you take the word elephant, the last alphabet that is term, from that, we can say tiger or any other word they know. Then we come to R, rapid. D, the sound is the donkey. E, ear. R again, rat. uh, T again tank, K again king, goat, etc. Whatever they wish to. Okay, so this will keep them involved in the activity. They'll be interested in talking because when you ask the children questions which are easy, they're very much interested in answering them. So there are examples given. At the same time, teachers can have their own words if they require. See here, as it has already been told you, we are not expecting the teachers to complete all the activities which are there. We understand that uh, it's only 4 weeks program, and we'll get very few classes, and as per the ability of the children in your class, you can decide um, activities you would like to take or you are able to finish as per your children ability. Let us go to the next activity. Now this one is interesting one. This one is an interesting one. I personally like this a lot. It is called the space mission. Now, this is speaking activity. The children are not going to write anything, but they speak and express themselves. The curricular goals involved are CV3, wherein a child develops the capacity for effective communication using language skills for questioning, describing, analyzing, and responding. The competency that we're looking at is C3.1. The learner writes different kinds of letters and essays using appropriate styles and registers for different audiences and purposes. So they are trying to cater to the needs of their classmates. They're going to see how their classmates are responding, and accordingly, they're going to change their speech. This particular activity also caters to CV5, that is a curricular goal 5. Learners will develop the ability to recognize basic linguistic aspects, word and sentence structure, them in verbal and written expression. C5.1, the competency is C5.1, wherein the learner uses appropriate grammar and structure in their writing, in their speaking. So if you see, the expected outcome would be the learner will explore appropriate vocabulary to complete the task given and explain various things found on planet Earth. Now, I'll explain the activity in short. Um, a learner will imagine himself or herself as an astronaut who is into the space, and he meets a group of aliens. Okay, and he's trying to express himself, okay, about different things that are found in on the planet Earth. He will try to explain them the concept of various things found on Earth that are not known to the aliens without saying its name. So the children around, which are actually the aliens, are going to guess the name. And the child is going to use his ability to explain what he's talking about. A learner will pick a topic given and will try to make the presentation as interesting for the listeners. The aliens, here the class or the classmates, will try to guess what he's describing. We have an example here, just a simple one. It is a place for young humans to go and learn new things. They have elders who help them learn the things they usually do not know about. They also make other humans their friends, play with them, and have lots of fun. They prepare for their future adventures of life at this place. Can anyone guess the answer to this?
It's a school.
Yes, it is a school. Definitely, it's a school. Yeah, there are more words given, but since the children will be seeing these words already, it will be easy for them to guess. So either you can tell them to close their reference material or give new words to them, which the children who are describing can use because they are not supposed to know the answers in the beginning. Again, the assessment will be based on the ability of learner to come up with correct words as quickly as possible. The learners will listen and they will try to answer. Uh, The next activity is quite simple. It is a tongue twister. We've already done this in the previous classes as well. So the twisters can be given by the teacher, or you can tell the children to make their own tongue twisters. Okay, like for example, the fifth fleet of flying foxes fiercely flattered the field. So you can tell them to say that 5 times, 10 times, as you can do it. The next one is activity 5, which is poem based on rhyming words. This will test their writing and reading skills. Okay, this will it deals with CG6 and CG 6.2, C6.2. The learner will be given a set of rhyming words and they will be asked to write a poem. Now, every child might not be able to do this activity. It is okay. Let the children who are able to do this activity and let them share with the class. Others can listen and learn from them. Now, there's an example given there. Now, teachers might also require to use some materials if they want. They can use placards of rhyming words in them. They can use emoji cards, which they can use to show how the poem is, just to make it interesting. Now, this is a set of rhyming words which are given. If you wish to, you can give your own set of rhyming words which the children can use to make their own poem. Now, there's a poem given already. I'll just read it for you. They're simple poems. They might not have a huge meaning or very big meaning to them. But finally, if the children want to write, they can write whatever they wish to. Now, the name of the poem here given here is See the Bug. See the bug on the rug. I will give his legs a tug. See him run, see him go. He did not like it. Oh no. See him hop on the mop. See him hide. Make me stop. I will stop. I will not tug. You are safe, little bug. So it's kind of a short, nice poem. So they can have their own poems like this. They can have 4-line poems, 5 lines, 6 line, whatever they wish to. Okay, the next activity that we have in the bridge course is story completion game. Now, this particular activity gives a lot of scope to the child to express himself or herself through the story. Now, what would happen over here is a part of the story is given already. They have to complete the story with their own understanding and creativity. Okay, the teacher can help them so that they can keep the story on track. Otherwise, let the children do it on their own. The curricular goals involved here are CG2. The learners attain the ability to write about thoughts, feelings, and experiences of social events, whatever they wish to. Competency is C2.1. Users writing strategies such as sequencing ideas, identifying headings, subheadings, and forming clear beginning, ending, and paragraphs. So they'll get a clear idea how many paragraphs they are supposed to write, how the sequencing of ideas is to be done. how they are supposed to go ahead with the story, where they are supposed to put an end to it, all these things. So we are training them for these. Okay, the story example given here is The Mysterious Clock. Since the children would probably love to write something secretive, mysterious. In a small village nestled between two great mountains, a famous clockmaker named Ramya created a mysterious clock that could control the time. So that is it from our side, and the children are going to continue the story with their own imagination. It could be anything at all. It could be very mysterious, secretive. It could be funny, whatever they wish to. Okay, the assessment definitely will be on the based on the ability of the child to frame grammatically correct sentences or write proper paragraphs, the language, etc. Activity number 7 is the poster making, which will test their writing and speaking skill. uh, the curricular goals involved are CG2 and C competency C2.2. Now, the details of this curricular goals and the competencies will be found in the NCF 2023. So here, the child or the learner will express themselves with the creative posters. Now, see, bridge course is not only with uh, it's not only within English language, we have to definitely keep it multidisciplinary. So we have tried to imbibe art in it. We have also tried to imbibe environment. At the same time, keeping language as the focus of it. So in this particular activity, the teacher will divide the learners in a group of 5 students. For the activity, the topic will be informed in advance so that they could carry the required material for making the posters during the next class. Learners will make a poster in a group of maximum 5 students and present the ideas in front of the class. And I'm sure children will love to present in a group because they get a lot of support when they are together in front of the class, even if they are shy. So they'll carry all the materials that is required because you're going to inform the children in advance about the poster. And the topic given is Amazing World of Technology. The assessment criteria will be on the creativity of the learner, what kind of headings or uh, catchy words they're using on it, how interesting they're making it, how creative they are going to make it. The next activity is creative ads. Now, this is a very fun activity which will test the children's speaking. It deals with CG2 and competency 2.1. The learners will present creative ads for the products given to them. Now, the teachers are going to inform the children in advance what product they are going to advertise, and they're going to write their own script. They're going to have their own products and make it very creative. Only thing, the teachers should make sure that they tell them about a time limit because otherwise it will be going on and on. Learners will use appropriate vocabulary and slogans if required. They will pick a topic for advertisement in advance from the given topics. They'll be allowed to sit and create a dialogue for the advertisement to be presented in class. And it shouldn't be less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes. The time is very important. The learners will get the required material for presentation. Teachers can also make the chits if they wish to, or they can let them choose from the words in the document. So these are the suggested products, you can say, for the advertisement: a bottle, a watch, a socks, bucket, whatever they wish to. You can add to the list and the children can choose from it. The assessment is already given. Uh, Creativity of dialogues, correct pronunciation, tone, mood of the dialogue, and how they make the product interesting. The next game is vocabulary sprint, which will test the reading and the writing of the children. Now, here we are dealing with curricular goal 6, wherein the learner develops an appreciation of the distinctive features of the language, including alphabets, scripts, sounds, rhymes, puns, and other wordplay, and games unique to the language. Competency 6.3 is utilized here. The learner becomes familiar with some of the major word games in the language. palindrome. For example, palindromes is nothing but a word which is spelled the same way from the front as well as from the back, like the word level, level. If you spell it from backwards, it is again level itself. So that is palindromes. Spoonerism, that is when certain words have the same pronunciation, you mix up the words. So they might do that without sentences without given letters or sounds, riddles, jokes, even antakshari, crosswords, anything. Okay. So here the teachers might require question cards, word bank cards, board, chart paper, sticky tack or tape, scoreboard, chart, whistle, whatever they wish to, they can use because it's a group game. Now let me describe this particular game to you. Now teacher will divide the students into groups. If it's 20 students, 5 each, whatever it is, divide into groups, whatever number is feasible for you all. And they will stand in lines. The teacher will display a sentence requiring a synonym or a antonym. On the signal, the first student from each group runs to pick up the correct word from the word bank. There'll be a word bank there. The first child will run and pick up the correct word, whichever is asked, and stick on the board. The student will come back running and tag the next teammate, whomever he wants to go and solve the next sentence. Okay, this activity continues until all sentences are completed and points are awarded for the correct answer. Now you look at an example. I'll just take a couple from here. The runner felt dash after the long race. Find a synonym for tired. So here is the bank. So synonym for tired. Which one shall we use, teachers?
Exhausted.
Exhausted. Yes,
Exhausted.
exhausted. Yes.
Exhausted.
Okay. Another one.
Exhausted.
The room was very dash. Find an antonym of dim. Antonym.
Bright. Bright.
Bright.
Bright.
Bright.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let us go to the next activity. This is the future talk or dialogue writing. We already have dialogue writing in English. Now, this will test their reading and writing skills. Now, the topic given is the call across 25 years. Curricular goals involved are CG3 and competency 3.1. The learners will be expected to write short dialogues using correct sentence structure. Students will express ideas creatively through written communication. They'll require board, chart paper, notebooks, pens, whatever is required, they can get. The teacher will introduce a dialogue writing task. Teacher will give all the instructions how to write the particular dialogue. Students will work individually or in pairs. The teacher reads the story prompt aloud. The prompt is already given. It is a quiet night in 2025. Suddenly, your phone rings. On the screen appears you, 25 years older. So, you're speaking to your own self, who is 25 years older than you. Your future self whispers, I have waited 25 years to speak to you. Students write a dialogue between you from 2026 and you from 2050. After writing, selected students present their dialogues to the class. So there are also guiding points given if they require reaction on seeing your older self, questions about life in 2050, changes in technology of lifestyle, advice or warning from future self, feelings of shock, hope, excitement, and the ending of the call. So they can use these points to write the dialogue. Assessment again will be based on creativity, correct dialogue, format, grammar, participation, presentation. Now here there is an offbeat activity. It is cooking without fire. Now cooking, as far as we are concerned, we have seen that children love to cook something in the class, stay with their friends, teachers, etc. So I think this activity is going to be a successful one, definitely. Here we are dealing with CG2 and competency 2.1 and 2.2. They will have the recipe ready with them. They will have the list of ingredients and they will creatively express their ideas about the dish. They can even make some innovative dish, but the cooking should be without fire. Pre-informed ingredient list should be given, mixing bowl, spoons, plates, video clip of the recipe, or the recipe, written recipe can be used. Teacher informs the students 1 day in advance about the list of ingredients to bring. At the start of the activity, the teacher may show a short video of no fire dish being prepared to give the students an idea. Students are then divided into small groups. Each group creates a no fire recipe using given ingredients. After completion, each group presents the steps they followed to prepare their dish in creative or poetic manner. Now, here there's a suggestion given: rainbow fruit and crunch cup. Ingredients are also given: chopped fruits, biscuits, honey, nuts. Okay. So they will present and they will also explain what is their role in that particular recipe. So you can judge them on the assess them on the basis of clarity of steps, teamwork, creativity in presentation, and correct sequence of instructions. The next activity is verb charade, expressive action challenge. They are supposed to express themselves. We are dealing with CG5, 5 and competency 5.1, vocabulary development. Students will identify, use verbs appropriately in the context. They will enact the verbs. Material required: verb action cards, timer, board, chart paper, markers. The teacher divides the class into teams. A student picks a chit containing an expressive or abstract verb. Without speaking, the students act out the verbs. They will act out since it is charades. The team guesses the verb within the given time. After guessing, the team uses the verb in a meaningful sentence. So they are not only guessing the verb, they're going to frame a sentence based on the verb. Points are awarded for correct guessing. You can have the verbs like observe, tremble, sigh, where they can show an action: celebrate, investigate, dance, fight, play, shower, love, etc. The next activity, the secret message. Now, students will listen carefully and respond accurately to the instructions given. Instruction message chart cards will be used: paper, pencils, bell, whistle, whatever you wish to. The students are divided into groups and seated in line. The teacher whispers a different instruction message to the first student of each group. The message is passed by whispering from one student to the next. The last student performs an instruction by drawing or acting it out. It is similar to the Chinese whisper, but here they are drawing or acting it out. The teacher reveals the original message and avoids point for accurate listening and correct response. The activity is repeated with new messages. Okay, these are the examples. Written: you are a chicken. Clap your arms and say cluck cluck once. Touch your nose, then your ear, then your elbow. There is a list of instructions given. So they have to just verbally pass it and see who gets it right towards the end. So you have to judge them or assess them on the basis of accuracy of passing the message. Multidisciplinary crossword activity. It's a knowledge grid crossword. They will work in pairs and you can give them printout of the crossword puzzle containing a clues from English, science, social studies, mathematics. They will read the clues carefully and fill in the crossword. The crossword is already given here with the clues. You can go through them once you receive the document. Poetry activity. Here the children are going to learn figures of speech. So it is a figures of speech hunt. It caters to CG6. CG6 is competency 6.2, CG 6.3, CG4, and competency 4.2. They will learn to appreciate literary text. Students will recognize the figures of speech in the poetry, improve interpretation skills, and develop appreciation for poetic language. Short poem, they can have a short poem strips, pencil, and however they want to do it. If you want to add some more materials to this as per your understanding, you can do it. Students will be divided into small groups. Each group receives a short poem strip. They read the poem and underline examples of figures of speech. Since we deal with simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, groups write their answers on a chart paper and present them to the class. and they'll explain why they have chosen the particular figure of speech. The last activity is poetry. Sorry, yeah, sorry. The poetries are given over here. You can use these poems if required, or you can have your own poems also if you have better ones. The next activity is level up letter, dealing with CG5 and C competency 5.1. Learner will develop vocabulary skills as required. So they're going to add one word to each word to make a new word. They are not going to replace any alphabet. So if it is stack, they will add R and make it track. Okay, let's take up a few. Let's see if we can we can solve them. If we take up the word number 3, star. What can we add to make a new word?
Start.
Star.
Start.
Yes. Yes.
Start.
Okay. Number 5, light.
Stare.
Light.
Number 4.
Light.
Light.
Okay. Scale. Number 9. Anything can be done with that?
Which one? In. Wait.
Number?
Which number?
9. Number 9.
Mile. Smile.
Smile.
Mile.
Mile. Wait.
No, you are
While.
supposed to add another word.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Smiley. Yes. Okay. So that is it for the bridge course for class 7. There are certain instructions that I'm supposed to share with all the teachers. In the month of April, the schedule will be of 3.5 hours, which will be 4 weeks. Okay. So you have to see how many classes you're going to be assigned for that particular month. Teachers are suggested to complete whatever number of activities possible as per their students' ability to respond. Now, the ability of students differ variedly. Like in my class, there might be students who don't answer, they'll take a little bit of more time. You might be having children who will answer faster. So it is not possible that every school will have the same number of activities completed. Although we must try our best to give an opportunity for the children to come forward and speak. We must also make sure there is no rote memorization for the assessment. No giving them direct questions, no telling them to by heart any answers. We're getting rid of rote memorization here, and it should be in verbal form. No direct questions to be asked to the children. The bridge course, as you see, is activity based and focusing on competencies and expected outcomes. So we should, as teachers, we should make sure we meet the expected outcome. The NCRT bridge courses show 6 weeks for the 5th and the 8th, but in the state of Goa, we are going to consider only 4 weeks. At the end of April, each school has to submit one combined report for all the activities conducted by the school. All the subject together, one report. Grade 6 to 8 will be having the bridge course in the month of April. Okay. So if you have any questions in regards with the bridge course, kindly post them in the chat box, and we will try to solve them or send them to you all as possible for us. Okay. Any questions you all have, you can just type them out. That is it from my side.